Hey guys, Bella here. In this video, I'm going to talk about tiering up to the 4,000 tier on Merch by Amazon and basically how long it took me to tier up and what I did to tier up. And I'm also going to talk about sales for this week because we are in fourth quarter and it is the week before Thanksgiving and I just think it's relevant. So yeah, that's what we're going to cover. Okay, so I hit the 4,000 tier this past week, and whenever I hit it, I had 1,819 designs up, so I did not have all my slots maxed out. Someone asked me how many shirts I had sold overall. So I sold 5,285 shirts over the course of my entire merch career. So 22,400. So, I mean, I know it's not a lot compared to some people, but I feel like it's really good for the amount of time and effort that I've put in. And I just think it's like really important to not compare yourself too much to other people because you don't have as much of a chance when you have less slots. Like right now, I have 1,908 designs to compete with someone who has 10 or 25 designs. So it's really a matter of scaling up. So I just did want to tell you guys that you don't necessarily have to have all your slots filled to tier up. I'm sure that some of you already know that just from watching other videos. But yeah, that is kind of the history with tiering up. I was pretty surprised because I don't know why in my head I just felt like 4,000 was like a really big number. It sort of forced me to be more efficient with my designing and to speed up the process. And I'm really trying not to overanalyze designs and to just get them up as quickly as possible and get as many variations and keywords up as possible. Because what I have realized is that, being first to market is really the only way that I can compete lately in terms of things. But yeah, so let's look at the last 7 days. If you guys aren't on Reddit, there's a subreddit for Amazon merch, and it's okay. It's not a lot of information, but sometimes basically they do this thing called Sales Review Sunday. So they will everybody will post their sales, and it seems more to be a more realistic view because you have these people who are like so-called gurus posting their sales. I don't really trust that. Anonymous redditors I trust sometimes anyways, but anyways, yeah, so this last 7 days from Sunday to Sunday, and I think the date was like, oh gosh, what's today? You guys, I'm like all over the place. Yeah, so the November 17th to November 24th, these are the sales. 60 sales, that's okay. Compared to last year, it's awful. A lot of people have been talking about sales compared to last year, and I don't really know what to attribute it to. It's more competition, but the quality of the shirts is really not great, and I will do a video actually about the shirt quality because I just ordered some shirts to see for myself basically, because so many people were like, these are awful, and yeah. But anyways, the sales was 60 sales. I'm happy with that. That's $226 for the basically for the week. So I mean, it's pretty good for something that's like pretty passive income. The royalty was $7, or sorry, the royalty was $3.76 a shirt. I wish it was $7. That'd be nice. I freaking sold a sweatshirt the other day for $35, and I think the royalty was like $7. And I was like, man, I wish I could sell 100 more of these. But sweatshirts just don't sell that well for me, and I mean, really, hoodies don't either. The only thing that sells well for me that is not the standard shirt is the long sleeve shirt, and I usually price those at $25. And if you guys don't know, sorry, I have a sore throat. I woke up with a sore throat and an earache, and I've been running outside like every other day, so I think it's just the changing of the weather. Oh my gosh, my hair is like poofing up. Yeah, but the royalty $3.76 a piece, which I think is good. I would really like for that to be closer to like $4, but I have shirts priced lower to compete right now, so I'm just gonna have to be happy with it. Total number of designs that sold. Now this is basically out of those 1,819, how many different ones sold. So that's 32 designs. And you got to keep in mind, this is for the week, this is not for the month. So 1.75% of my designs sold this week. So honestly, that's pretty good considering the number of designs I have up. And also something to consider is that I have variations of the same thing. So like I may have one design with 4 or 5 different types, like the long sleeve, the premium, the oh, what else is the hoodies, the sweatshirt, yada yada. And pop sockets, I probably sold 2 or 3 this month or this week. I have 2 like which are my best selling pop sockets, but it's just it's not something that I have done really well with. I think I have about 100 pop sockets up, and of the 100, I've probably sold maybe 10 or 15 of all of them. Um, but anyways, let's talk about some things that have been happening. Um, Returns have gone up for me. 6 returns out of 60 sales, so 10% return rate. And if you read this is I'm just reading my own Reddit comment because it's easier to check that out and reference to make a video with. But what happened was I had a premium Christmas design, and it is getting returned like every single day. And I was probably pretty angry because I'm cussing down here. I'm trying not to cuss so much in my YouTube videos because apparently we get demonetized now. And I make a little bit of money off of it, so I don't want to completely throw that away. Um, Basically what worked was sticking to what I know. So I have a target market in mind whenever I make a shirt, and typically the target market is like me or women in my life that I'm thinking about, like, oh, so and so would like this shirt, and yeah, that looks like something that my aunt would wear. So I kind of think about it like that. And if you ever see like some designs up, the design will have like a subject matter, but the design will not flow with that subject matter. So like you can't make a shirt for a Marine veteran and have like a girly font, and you can't make a shirt for a girl and have like a masculine, distressed font. It just doesn't, you have to really think about people in terms of the masses, like what do the masses want, and really think about it that way. Improving my design skills. I really think that I've gotten so much better at designing just because I think I've made like 2,000 different designs now. I don't have that many up, but I've made that many because some of them were just awful. And I really think it's kind of like in the terms of like, you just have to do something a bunch of times before you actually get like proficient at it. And it's one of the skills that I can add to my portfolio later in life. I am going to start an Etsy shop. I had an Etsy shop last Christmas and it was actually doing really well, but I just kind of got sick of dealing with the Etsy Printful integration and them running out of stock and things like they, wouldn't have such and such size, and I was selling a lot of baby onesies. So if you have a lot of designs up, you should definitely do Etsy Printful with baby onesies because they were selling like hotcakes last Christmas for me. I was doing, I think, $25 for a baby onesie, which is ridiculous because it's like, pennies on the dollar for them to actually make it and ship it to the customer. But the royalties were much higher. They were like around $8. But it was just, I did not like dealing with the customer service. I have gotten lazy, I think, because, with merch, everything's handled. With Amazon FBA, everything is handled. And I just did not want to deal with those Etsy customers because I would have one customer order a size. They would order 2 sizes and they would be like, I'm just going to return the one that I don't want. Like, and I'm just like, okay, cool, I guess. Like, I really wish you wouldn't do that. And, it just kind of got annoying. But I am starting a new Etsy shop that I will make a video about because it's not physical products, it is digital products. So, yeah, something to stay tuned. And I have made 3 sales and I worked on it for 5 days. So, that's awesome. But yeah, let's talk about merch. The quality, I think, is leading to the returns. And the spike in returns, as well as I've heard other people kind of speculate on like around October, people buy Halloween shirts and then return them, and then November, people literally buy a shirt to wear on Thanksgiving Day and then they return it. So I'm not too upset about that, but maybe that has something to do with the spike. I have started a free trial with Merch Informer, and I am checking that out, so I'll probably do a review video on that. I know a lot of people swear by it. I have actually never used it before, which is surprising. I've done a lot of my own research just kind of clicking around, and I really do try not to get too overly analytical about things, because it almost can like cripple you if you just keep looking at data and don't make the shirts, because I can notice that it has slowed down my process. So as far as research goes, I think it's a really good research tool, but I do think that you can kind of spend too much time just like looking at that stuff. What did not work this week, I put praying to the merch gods that it would be like Q4 last year. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make $1,000 this November, which is really sad, because um, I think I made like a way more last November. I probably have a video about it. If I do, I'll link it below. But the basically the gravy train has ended, I think, with merch, unfortunately. But there are still people doing really well, so I'm not giving up hope. But I do think that, like, for the amount of competition out there, that the money is going to be harder to get for most of us. And if you have, only 50 or 100 slots, it's going to be much harder to get. But what I found interesting is, for some people, how where you see this 1.75% of my designs are selling, there are some people whose rate is as high as 5 or 10%, which to me is really impressive, because you are, that means that the things you are making are resonating with people. So yeah, but that is really it for this video, guys. I wanted to tell you about tearing up because I was so excited, and I'm like, honestly, now I don't even know where to start with filling up 4,000 slots. I have gotten into making, one design and then changing it out for, changing the picture and changing the font a little bit. And I don't know, I think that I'm really excited about merch, even though it's not doing as well as it was last Q4. And just keep in mind, like, it only takes that one shirt to like make you have $1,000. Like, it only takes one shirt to really take off. I know that there was a lot of success stories about people whose shirt just did really well because somebody like semi-famous wore it, or somebody referenced it. And it's something that, creativity goes a long way. There's so many people right now who are just posting like garbage shirts, and it is really flooding the market. I'm kind of upset that they made the 180-day rule versus I think it was 90 days, maybe it wasn't 60, I think it was 90. If a shirt didn't sell within 90 days, it was taken down, which I know some shirts it takes that long for them to sell. But I mean, really, you kind of like at 120 days, that has really been up for a long time without selling. I really wish Amazon would just run the numbers and see what the average time it takes for a shirt to sell, and then extend that by 20 or 30%, and then make that the window. But yeah, there is, like, the other day I was looking at shirts, and I was looking at my shirt compared to the other shirts when I typed in a certain phrase, and there was literally this thing that was spelled wrong, like a 4-letter word that was spelled wrong. And I was like, are they spelling this wrong on purpose to like mean something? And I was like, no, like, they literally spelled a 4-letter word wrong and put it on a shirt, and they had like 6 or 7 shirts up on the same page as mine. And I was like, well, this is going to be easy. Like, as long as other people can spell a 4-letter word, then, I'm going to be able to get that sale. But I'm going to stop before I get too salty. But I'll go one more time and let you guys look at this, because this is my pretty much dashboard. You can see sales for the last 7 days as of today, which is Monday. Is it Monday? Oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. Oh my god, I don't even know what day it is today, which is Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday was pretty crap. Yesterday was 1405, and I think I had this day, Saturday was good. I did like $53, so that was cool. And this is my last 7 days as of Tuesday, so 193. And for the month so far, well, the month is almost over. It's the 26th. $612. So hoping I can break $700. That'd be cool. But I'm just gonna keep pushing forward. And yeah, so hopefully the video was helpful to you guys. If you want to check out some of my other merch videos, just go ahead and subscribe, and you can give the video a thumbs up if it was useful to you. And be sure to comment with how your merch journey is going, because I always really like to hear from people to see like where they're at. And also, I think it helps us with the comparing ourselves to the people who are doing much better. If we can talk to people who are kind of on the same level as us, it's a little bit less intimidating. So yeah, thanks so much, guys. See you in the next video.